on, guys? It's me, Juan, Pablo from 100% Finance at 100percentfinance.com. Mr. Cash Flow, Mr. Passive Income, the People's Mentor. I have on the t-shirt, ladies and gentlemen. I got what you need to succeed. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I appreciate your viewership. The topic of discussion for today is this. Are you a real estate killer or an assassin? Alright? So by the way, YouTube, I'll be looking to the left and to the right because they have different cameras. I'm also doing this live for Facebook and IG. You guys can follow me at 100% Finance on those platforms or at Juan Pablo on Facebook if you want to learn more, okay? If you want to follow me there for the live feeds. But let's dive into it. So are you a real estate killer or an assassin? What's the difference between the two? Well, most of you guys know the difference between a killer and assassin, right? Well, let's amp it up a notch. A serial killer and an assassin. A serial killer might have a lot of bodies, right, in their rap sheet. However, a killer who's a serial killer is quite different than an assassin. And why is that? A killer may kill a person every so often, right? They might not have a methodology behind their killing. They might be that serial killer who's annoyed with a certain type of person, or they're frustrated, they have maybe some mental issues, whatever the case may be, but they just kill a certain person. But their killing is not calculated. It's not methodical, whatever that word is. You get what I'm trying to say. There's no strategy behind their killing, right? And with a serial killer, as most of you guys pretty much notice, they end up getting caught eventually. But what's the difference between a serial killer and an assassin? An assassin kills at will. An assassin is a contract killer in which people will hire this person to do the dirty work for them. In essence, an assassin is a professional and carries him or herself as such. How does that relate to real estate? Well, maybe you guys out there may be what I like to consider a real estate killer. You might have a deal or two under in your portfolio, which is great. That's something to be proud of. Don't get me wrong. But you go after real estate investing as just a serial killer would. Oh, I see a distressed property. You know what? Let me drive by and see if I can get the address and send a yellow letter. That's driving for dollars. Or you know what? I see another deal. My auntie or my friend's auntie has a house and she's distressed. You know what? Let me see if I can put that under contract. Pretty much a killer, they have no strategy behind how they invest, right? Or how they kill their victims. So many people who are killers, quote unquote, as real estate investors, they have no strategy. They just go about life just seeing what deal happens to fall into their lap. And they happen to have the gumption as well as the smarts to figure out how to close the deal. So that's great, don't get me wrong. But what you want to do, my friend, is transform yourself from a killer, even if it's a serial killer. Let's say you might say, oh, I keep finding all these distressed single family homes. You want to transform yourself to a serial killer, to an assassin, a person who is so skilled in his or her work, they actually contract you out to do their work for them. So what do I mean by that in regard to real estate? You want to be what I like to call an assassin, which is a real estate syndicator. A syndicator is a person in which limited partners will reach out to you, the general partner, and say, hey, I want to hire you, assassin, syndicator, general partner, so that you can do the dirty work for me. And what's the dirty work? That's you spending your time closing the deal or killing the deal. And that's who I am. You know, not to brag or pat myself on the back, but I'm actually hired to find deals and close deals for limited partners. Why? It's because I act with a degree of professionalism. Why? It's because I use strategy when buying properties. Why? Because I have special tools to get the job done. A killer, they just bring any tool at their disposal. They may have a handgun, they might find a knife, they might just find whatever is available to do the job, right? Or they may just have one special weapon in which they use repeatedly and end up getting caught. But an assassin has a multitudinous, Toastmasters words, guys, SAT words will. They have a multitudinous amounts of resources at their disposal to get the job done. In essence, they're what I like to call a transactional engineer. No matter what deal falls in their lap, they know how to transact that deal and make money. Likewise, as an assassin, I don't just lean with just using my savings to get into real estate. I don't just lean on using limited partners to put the money in. I don't just rely on using seller financing. I just don't rely on using business funding. I just don't rely on using lease options. I don't just rely on wholesaling. In fact, I have all of these tools at my disposal. Just like an assassin. If he's long distance, bam, he knows he can pull out the sniper. If he's close range, he knows, hey, I can either pull out my knife, or I can pull out my handgun, or maybe if it's mid-range, I can pull out my assault rifle, and so forth. They know what tool to use strategically to get the job done in an effective manner. So you have to be that real estate assassin as well. To the point where, hey, if this is a long-range deal, you know what? I'm just going to wholesale this deal out. Oh, this deal is juicy. This cash flow is so sweet. You know what? I'm going to use a lease option for this deal because the seller is highly motivated. Or this seller is not motivated, so what I'll do is I'll partner with limited partners to close on this deal. Oh, I can't get partners because I don't have the rap sheet yet. I don't have deals in my portfolio, the credibility in other words. So you know what? I'm just going to move forward and closing this deal myself by using business credit. All these tools we provide at 100% Finance in regard to the mentorship that we offer, right? But that's what you want to be, my friend. You want to be that professional who's contracted to get the job done. And that professional who's contracted to get the job done has many tools at her or her disposal, okay? And that's what I am. I'm a hired contractor, right? They hire me, my limited partners, and say, hey, Juan, Pablo, we'll bring the money to the table, just like with Assassin, right? Hey, we'll bring the money to the table, but you do the job, meaning you find the deal, you analyze the deal, you perform the due diligence, the financial and the physical, and also you perform the property management or outsource that to someone else, and you close the deal. And once you do that job, we got another job lined up for you, Assassin. And that's where I want you to be. So many of you guys are neither, right? You probably didn't kill any deal, meaning you didn't close on any deal, let alone you're not a professional yet, but you want to be. Hey, that's the starting point, baby. You got to have that burning desire, and that's how I was. I wanted to be a killer. I wanted to close deal after deal after deal, and I was frustrated. I didn't have the money, and I didn't have the credit. But one thing I did have was the burning desire and the blueprint to follow. I had the time at my disposal to learn these things. Because, my friend, you don't need to have an abundance of money. You don't need to have, let's say, $10,000. You don't need to have an excellent FICO score. Don't get me wrong, it helps. These are more tools you can use to get the job done. But it's not a requirement to kill your first deal. But what is required? You got to follow the 2 B's that I just mentioned, and I'll repeat it. The blueprint to follow, that's what we provide at 100percentfinance.com, as well as the other B, the burn desire. And you have to bring the burn desire to the table. Unfortunately, we can't do it for you. But as long as you bring that burn desire and we provide the blueprint, we can help you close on your first deal. So if you're interested in learning how to get your first deal done, because I'm online, guys. I have about 50,000 YouTube subscribers at the time of this recording. And many people ask, hey, that's like the #1 question. How do I close on my first deal? What do I need to do to close on my first deal in 12 weeks or less? And that's what we're offering. How to close on your first deal within 12 weeks or less using lease options and wholesaling. So if you're interested in watching a workshop, it's a free workshop, just go to our website. You just got to check the links below so that you can get access to it. And so if you check the links below, when it's expired, just get on our waiting list and we'll let you know when we're going to roll this product back out. Because every month or so, every 4 weeks to 8 weeks, we're rolling out a different product. So this month's product may be just how to close on your first deal. Next one, you might say, hey, I'm already Assassin Juan Pablo. No, I'm already Killer Juan Pablo. I want to become an assassin. I want to do multifamily, invest out of state, using creative financing like you. Then that would be our next project. And the next one after that is, hey, I don't care. I can care less about real estate, bro. I want to start my own credit repair business. Okay, well, we'll come out with Sierra B Academy Volume 2. So just make sure you just go to the website, check the links below if you're interested in learning more. But I have full confidence and faith that by you simply having a desire, it means that you're more than capable of getting it done. Because God is a good God. He will not put a desire with you in which you're not able to accomplish it. Okay, so just remember that. You have the desire, you can get it done. Now I want all of you to kill your first deal this year. Don't let another year go by with you still being squeaky clean. I want you to get dirty and get your hands dirty and close on your first deal. So Juan Pablo, the People's Mentor, as always, guys, this is to your success. continue to earn passively, live passionately. Peace.